having an options, and that's really what our organization is about, is creating options for people, creating choices for people so they can make on their own. The commercial laundry that you see behind me is one of our options, but we also have our retail stores, we have custodial operations, we have administrative operations, both at the FBI Academy as well as within our own plants and in our own corporate offices. So these options are important for people to choose.
As an employment specialist, I work with people who have a hard time finding a job on their own, and we just go out and help them look for a job, get the job, and keep the job. We help people find jobs by going out and talking to employers and developing relationships with employers. Or we help the people that we work with keep the job by checking in on them after they've already gotten their job, helping to fix any problems that may arise, and help the employee develop a relationship with their employer. Working with Goodwill is a benefit to employers because once a relationship is developed there, employers can even call us and let us know that they have job openings, and then we can help to place people in their workplace. We work on a very individualized basis. Whatever the employee tells me their interests and skills and abilities are, then we use that information when we're looking for employment.
Our business is in that arena is in two parts. In the workforce development side is to take folks who need some skills, some development, to prepare them for the work environment. On one end of the stream, assessments, to we're ready to do it now, let's go help them find a job. That's called the development side. Employment training side is the other side of that coin. Those are folks who require more support, from those who require high support to those that require relatively low support in terms of behavior, in terms of job soft skills, those kinds of things. From one end where it's a high support environment, these are persons who, without Goodwill or our peers, are likely going to be in a group home or in an institution. These are the folks who I am so proud to see every day come to work, and with pride and high supports every day to stay on task and to do a good job in productivity in this environment. They are fully functional. And then that goes to the other end where we have folks through our Job Help Center who simply need a bit of tweaking. They are technically challenged, and we teach them that computers don't bite and they can't break one. And then over the course of time, with interactive software that actually speaks in a soft female voice, so it's non-challenging, before you know it, they're typing beautifully to the point where they're doing wonderful resumes, doing wonderful cover letters, preparing themselves for a job search on the internet, something they would never consider earlier. And in that, without knowing it, they develop a sense of pride in themselves, the sense that they're not failures. No matter what someone said or what life handed them on a platter, it's not true. And that they leave here head up. We gave them the fishing rod, not the fish.
Rappahannock Goodwill chose to get into the laundry business back in 1996 in order to replace an eroding manufacturing contracts business. Our community has become much more service-oriented, being only 1 hour outside of Washington, D.C. So we had the opportunity to buy this laundry, which would provide employment for people with severe disabilities. And right now, as I said earlier, we have about 80 people working in the plant, of which at least 60% are people with severe disabilities.
I would have to say that it's given me something to do, productive, to give back to the community. I mean, we have several contracts from the FBI, from Quantico, from some local hospitals. So if they bring us our work, we give them back to them nice and clean.
We do about 3.5 million pounds a year now, currently, and we are continuing to grow, and we're looking at other ways of bringing in more pounds. We do a wide variety. We also do uniforms, and we rent those, as well as doing the customer-owned goods. We barcode them and inventory them for them. We also do what's called customer-owned goods linen, which we work with hospitals and local military installations. We also provide other opportunities outside of the laundry, which includes our packaging assembly plant. We work within the community mostly with different needs. For instance, we have several companies such as CVS Pharmacy, which is nationwide. We actually take all of their plastic crates and we wash those for them and give them back, and they bring us trailers. We also work with a company called Therma-Tru, which used to be called the General Product. Therma-Tru builds doors for, well, actually nationwide as well. And we put together all of their package, their screw assemblies for their different doors. We also work with Breg International locally to do their spill kits. And these are companies that we've worked with for not just 2 or 3 years, but for many years. Some of those, we've actually been working with Therma-Tru, I believe, for over 20 years. So we've been a large part of this community, as well as the community being part of our lives.
We're doing a good job. The job's getting bigger faster than we are. The growth in this area in Northern Virginia is phenomenal, and along with it come more and more persons with disabilities, more and more persons with barriers to employment. We want to be able to expand with that, and as well as we're doing, we don't have enough cash to do it. Those wonderfully donated, gently used sweaters that you provide, which we turn into dollars, which provide programs for our folks. We need more of it faster. And as well as our stores are doing, it's not fast enough. We have 15,000 people in our just planning district areas who have disabilities. Almost half of them want to work and are not working. We want to help, and we need folks' help to help us do that.
We're going to need funding. We've got creative, wonderfully creative people here, but we're going to need funding in order to grow our programs. The commercial operations, the wonderful retail stores that we have been our traditional funding source, but we think we're going to have to reach out beyond that to ask the community that if they want to help people have options of employment, that we need to have some directly contributed dollars. So, with the financial support from our local community and from partnerships with local businesses, Goodwill will be able to continue giving options and choices to people with barriers to employment, particularly those with disabilities here in our region. Goodwill's mission is about changing lives through the power of work.